I'm saying it's more a religious argument because... Sorry, not to point at your sign.
No, you're all right. You're very respectful. You're all right.
Because, Bible verses and all that. I'm not religious there. But
We are not that come interrupt.
which they are. But you can still believe that.
We believe the difference between humans and animals is we're made in the image of God. So animals aren't made in the image of God. And so, like, if we were to take this away from Christianity, like, could you tell me why raping a 3-month-old baby is objectively wrong from your worldview?
You never get into the morality of it because that's more a societal thing. But also, I think it's good to look at it from the more biological element of survival.
Yeah.
They should live. And I think we recognize because human beings are tribal animals. We always have been.
Yeah.
So I think we come down to that biological urge of, hey, let's protect our tribes. Because that will help our bloodlines continue. I obviously think my morality is basically further than just biology. But I think on that very just natural level, why we think raping a 3-year-old or hurting a member of our community is bad, that's our biology. That's our tribe.
Yeah, but
Tribe is great society now.
But if somebody has the directly opposite version of your morality, would you be able to say that that's wrong?
I don't agree with this.
That's all right.
Wait, no, actually, yeah, I don't agree with this.
That's okay. We're talking to this lady.
They're alright to have that conversation.
Oh, that's all right. So what I was saying is, if someone had the direct opposite morality of you and said, screw it, rape the 3-month-old anyway, like, could you compete with that morality on an objective level, or would you just go, well, to each their own? They don't care about survival of our species or our tribe.
Technically, I will say morality isn't an objective thing. That comes down to our own society, our own views. I would combat it. So you have to, I think, stick by your own values. At the end of the day, I probably won't convince you guys. You probably won't convince
But what happens if your values is survival of the fittest, and you're the fittest lion in the tribe, and you decide that you want to procreate with as many women as you can, so you rape them all?
Well, I can't say
Do you
those-
think that's objectively wrong, or whatever?
Those aren't my values, so I can't speak on what I would think in that situation.
But if you were being raped by that man, and he just devalues you, but that's why we believe as Christians there is objective morality, because I think inherently that would be wrong.
Well, also, we're not raping fetuses. At least I don't
No, but I'm just talking about somebody raping a woman because he's big and tough and strong. He's the fittest, survival of the fittest. Like looking into Darwin's, macro or micro evolution, we survived because lots of people spread lots of seed in lots of areas, and they didn't really murder their babies. They just, except for when they were alive, like the Mayans. Hey guys, I should have said here, except for when they were born, because obviously all babies are alive from fertilization. Yeah? Right. And then if your morality is not objective, you just have to lay there and get raped and go, oh, well, this isn't wrong. It just is.
Well, I don't think you need to have universal objectivity to stand by what you believe in. Because even here, we have different...
But you do as you're being raped. So you go, this is wrong. And he's raping you, just going, I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have the same values. I'm honestly not going to try to convince you guys, and I don't think my mind will get changed too much. It's good to hear new perspectives. I will say that.
But you've been super respectful. Like, we very much appreciate you. The demeanor in which you carried yourself and the honesty and sincerity is a really good thing. We appreciate your candor.
Yeah, I think that's what's important in these conversations, because I think the worst thing you can do, isolate someone because no one's even going to try to consider differently.
Yeah.
But I think I'll try to finish my point with the morality thing. I don't believe universally objective morality exists. Our morality is determined by the society we live in, our environment, our own lives. And I think a lot of morals are shared between people. There's things I believe are definitely right. And even if something isn't universally objective or shared between everyone, still stick with what you believe in.
Yeah. Except for where that impedes on your life. Like, for instance, like, just give me your wallet because I'm bigger than you. Give me it. And you go, now there's a conflict of morality. I go, it's okay, because I can tell you from your worldview, I'm not wrong or evil. I'm just bigger than you, so give me your wallet. And as I walk off, you start to think, this doesn't seem right. I just got my wallet taken. And you go to the police. You shouldn't go to the police because you'd be reporting a moral crime and say, in my opinion, it's wrong. What happens if the police chief says, I agree with him? Was he bigger and stronger than you? And you go, yeah. And he goes, I believe that too. You'd be like, we can't live in this society. This society would break down in 3 seconds.
I feel like that does kind of sound like a sense of objective morality, though, in the sense that those morals.
Oh yeah, I was being objective, but I would say that you shouldn't go to the police station. You should just walk off with your friend and go, oh, well, no wallet. And that would be impossible to live out, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm saying it in the practical sense, but I obviously believe as a Christian it's objective.
Right. And I'm sorry, how does the wallet thing come back to...
So because I'm bigger and stronger than you, I took your wallet right now, you would naturally want to go to the police station and report the crime. And what would you do if the police officer said, I agree with the big strong guy, my morality isn't your morality, I subjectively believe that big strong people should be able to take wallets? You would instantly be like, we can't live in this society. I must borrow from the Christian worldview that says, thou shalt not steal.
I don't know if I personally go to Christianity. I think I have to rely on
What do we do outside of the 10 Commandments in Australia?
Sorry?
What laws do we really have outside of the... That was lovely. What a lovely human being. She just told her to go F herself. That's not you. Yeah, that society would break down overnight. We act constantly as though there is an objective standard. What I'm saying is, I understand that you could be a subjectivist completely, but you can't live it for 3 seconds. Nietzsche believed that, and he went crazy. Friedrich Nietzsche, he went nuts because he realized that the mold in the corner of his room was not more or less valuable than his mother, and he just couldn't reconcile that. He's like, like the idea of like, if you cut the head off a baby sitting right here or the head off a cabbage, like I know which one you go to save straight away. And so like the objective morality, it says in the Bible that because we're made in God's image, we have it in us. We suppress the truth, but we actually know the truth. So your natural inclination to always try to save the baby rather than the cabbage suggests that there is an objective morality that is pulsing through you. And why, if I stole your wallet, you'd be crazy not to go to the police, and he'd be crazy to not go, that's not right, objectively. Like, what are his details? I'm going to go get him.
I believe that would be crazy. Yeah.
Society would be the worst. I'm glad we don't live like that.
But can I ask, why is it that we consider that to be crazy?
But, sorry, which part?
The idea that, say, someone stole my wallet, and that's not nice, I went to the police. If they didn't help, why do we consider that crazy? I definitely would.
Because we're all born with a sense of justice. So you would probably think naturally, without categories, that's pretty unjust that I just took your stuff. And then you go to the police and say, an injustice was just served to me. Someone just punched me and took my wallet. They would agree because you're appealing to the same thing that's inside them, the image of God that says thou shalt not steal, and injustice is wrong. And then they go up the line and try to seek justice, which is putting me in jail and getting your wallet back. So I think that it would be crazy if you were murdered right now in front of me and your blood just ran out on the streets and we all just stepped over you and just went along with our day and didn't seek to try and go, hey, there's a dead girl here, and everyone just went, I don't care, I'm on my way to Yamcha. Like, I think that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be the nicest.
Well, I think it would be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that somebody that could step over your dead body and walk to Yamcha, like, I'm not trying to say mental health problems. I think that there would be something a bit crazy about them, that they could just switch off any emotion and go, I don't care.
Right.
We think that's what people are doing with 244 babies a day. But I think because you can't see them on the streets, it's easy to walk past or over. And so we're trying to appeal to what's inside people. So we can easily appeal to people to say, hey, the baby's 1 day old. And they go, yeah. And say, in Australia, if it's 1 day before it's born, you can kill it. We want people to go, that seems unjust. I don't really like that. And you go, yeah, I know. And then if that's wrong, what about the day before? And then we just keep walking days and days and days and days and days and days back till it's where you and I were. It's just being created, and people go, oh, well, you can't see its hands and feet, so kill it anyway. Like, it's going to get hands and feet. It's going to get a brain. It's going to become this beautiful young lady and have all of her emotions and feelings. Like your daughter or son in the future, they're going to be wonderful just like you. But they have to start at this tiny point. They have to start there. And we think if we stop it, it's okay because there's another daughter going to come along. I have a beautiful little daughter, 3.5 years old. I'll choke up. She's the sweetest thing ever. If my wife and I had decided we didn't want her, we're not going to get enough. We never get her. The next daughter that comes along, she's not the same. She's not the same daughter, right? So we truly do have a heart for people to the point where if a woman was here and was heavily pregnant and said, I'm on my way to the abortion clinic, we'll say, we'll adopt. Oh, no, I don't need that. I'm poor. Here, give us your bank account details. Let us get you a pram. Let us get you wipes. I know how expensive babies are. Let us get you nappies. Let us get you support. We have Hope House, which is a Christian crisis pregnancy center. Let us put you in touch with the right people. Please don't do this because you're already a mum. You're a mum now. Just to a preborn baby, you're already a mother. He's already a father. You're just about to become the mother and father of a dead baby that you guys are, we don't care. No, you will. You will, because 66% of women end up with a mental health problem after they abort their baby. So we know you will. We care about you more than the feminist because she says, it doesn't matter. She probably hasn't killed a baby yet. You're about to, I am depressed. I know. Because the weight of what you've done is bearing down on you and it's not subjective. You're looking at other daughters going, I wonder what my daughter would have turned out like. And then you look in the mirror and you go, I wonder if she would have been like me. I wonder if she would have had my eyes. I wonder if she would have had these arguments. I wonder if she would have been a wonderful feminist or a staunch conservative, or if she would have hated Donald Trump like me or loved this person or listened to the same music. Like, life is wonderful. We're trying to get people to love human beings made in the image of God. That's all we're trying to do.
Okay. Probably try and wrap it up.
Yeah, you can go for it. I think you've been here for a while.
But I think last thing I'll say, because I can't really convince you. Chances are I'm going to have different views on it. But I will say this whole argument does end up being quite isolating to anyone with a non-secular mindset, because it's very much.
Well, you mean with a secular mindset?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's very not just secular people.
Because we're also here to convert people to Christianity. Obviously, we think Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through Him. So we're not trying to make people feel isolated, but we're happy for them to walk away and be like, oh, they're really Christian. That's what we're here doing.
Basically, just pushing Christianity as the front of the argument, which, if you're a Christian, I understand why someone would do that. Because, I go from my perspectives from a more humanist perspective, because that's what I am.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely pushes some people inherently away.
Yeah. Because we don't have the biological argument, because all of the abortionists who are murdering babies, they can run rings around all of us biologically, and biology, appealing to their biology. There's a famous one who's killed hundreds of thousands of kids in America, and he was on CNN and he said, I know I'm killing babies. He said, I just don't believe they're worth life. So I can't speak to him biologically. I need to change his heart, because he goes, I could run rings around you biologically. I go, I know. And I know that you've killed 200,000 plus kids. And he goes, yeah, but I know I've admitted that on CNN, but I just don't think that they're valuable yet. So I can't appeal to biology. I have to appeal to man's heart. Because if I appeal to biology, there are a whole bunch of doctors and abortionists. There's a lot of Christian doctors who would disagree with them, but there's also a lot of abortionists and midwives and doctors that would say, look, we know biology. We've ripped an arm off a 28-week kid that was trying to push the forceps away. We know what it looks like. We don't care about your biology. So that's why I say to them, well, can I try and appeal to you as a human being outside of just the physical biology? Can I tell you about, like I did with you with morality, is to say, well, if you just don't value them as kids and you've killed 200,000, well, what was wrong with Hitler? Just not valuing Jews as humans. He called them cockroaches and he killed 6 million. And they go, oh, that's wrong. And I go, okay, from your worldview, explain that. And you say, well, all morality is subjective. I say, okay, so Hitler subjectively just didn't like Jews. And on we go.
Right.
So I have to appeal to something deeper than those things, because we've said historically Negroes aren't people, Jews aren't people, Aboriginals aren't people, and today babies in the womb aren't people. Not until the mum says so. So if the mum says at 15 weeks, I'm having a baby shower, we all celebrate. If she says 15 weeks later, call it off, pull all of the blue and pink streamers down, I don't want it anymore. We don't all get together for champagne and cake the same way. We kind of go, Seems late. Okay. Yeah, I suppose you do whatever you want. Girl power. While everyone's just gone. All right. It is what it is. If 30 weeks isn't acceptable, what about 29 weeks, 6 days? And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, until we're all just literally going, because we have people come out and go, I don't agree with it past 12 weeks. And then a feminist will be here and go, 12 weeks, it's okay up to 40. And then she, who are both feminists, go, and I'm like, well, here we go, feminist argument, where it's like, you should be able to kill them whenever. And she's like, 12 weeks is abhorrent, but 16 weeks is okay. And then this one's like, I think 17 and a half weeks. I think a heartbeat. I think this Christian's just so, from conception, from fertilization, God says, I'm knitting you together in your mother's womb. And I just say to people, what God is knitting together, don't stop knitting. Because they become you and me. They become my beautiful daughter. And they become beautiful daughters like you. Every one of them. Unless there's a horrible miscarriage or something that's happened. And that is a tragedy. Yeah. What was your name? Haley. Todd, really nice to speak to you. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for your sincerity and for talking to all of us. See ya. Have a good day.